Alright guys, episode 7. Welcome back to the channel on a series of planting food plots for beginners. If you guys are new, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you guys never miss a video. Also post a comment down below if you guys have any questions regarding this video or any other videos that we posted in the past. So to kind of wrap this series up on food plots for beginners, we've covered a lot of the areas. You know, I'm sure I'm sure I didn't answer every question out there that you guys may have. That's why it's important to post a comment. I'll respond. But we've covered location, sunlight, pH, fertilizing, planting, what to plant, when to plant, rain, overseeding a little bit. So now everything grows up, everything's growing. You can foliar feed them with some fertilizer, some micronutrients from Antler Grow to help maintain them. It's up to you guys. But just a few little tips in here that I want to include in this video, and I've learned in the past, is seed selection. So a lot of times, most of us, you're in a hurry, you want to plant a food plot, and you're in a hurry, you're driving down the road, you see a Tractor Supply, you pull in the Tractor Supply, you go in there, you find the little hunting section they have, you see a bag of seed on the shelf. You spend $30, $20 on that bag of seed. You go off, you drive to your property, you spread it, and you get, a poor result. Well, there's a lot of reasons behind that. One, you didn't get a good soil sample, or you didn't get a soil sample and you didn't correct the pH, as we've mentioned 100 times. A lot of times, that seed, keep this in mind, that seed that you guys buy on that shelf at the Tractor Supply, the Dick's Sporting Goods, the whatever hunting store you buy it, a lot of times, because I've tested this, I've personally drove to these stores, I've looked at the seed just to know for myself it's old seed. If you guys flip a bag of seed over and you look at the back, a lot of times it's on the bottom, it gives you a test date on it. That test date, they test that seed for germination and how old it'll tell you how old that seed is. A lot of times that seed sits on those shelves for so long, you're buying a year-old seed, 8 months old seed. Well, it lost half of its germination rate. So you're buying this year-old seed, throwing it out there, and you get poor results because it's old seed. So don't do that. Don't do that. One, you're spending way too much money for buck on the bag type seed. I've done this for many years, and I won't do it anymore. Your best option is to go to a local feed store that sells bulk seed and buy it that way. One, it's cheaper. Two, it's probably not year-old seed. Make sure you ask. Third option, I have no affiliation with this company. I don't work with this company. I've never even spoke to them on the phone or nothing. But the third option is to go with Hancock Seed Company. Hancock Seed Company is based out of Florida. I bought majority, 90% of my seed from them this year. It's fast shipping. A lot of times, depending how much you buy, it's free shipping. It's great results. It's not buck on the bag seed to where there's a little buck in a celebrity's face sitting on there, which you don't want to buy that anyway. It's just bulk seed. They have every different variety of clovers, buckwheat, soybeans, anything you can imagine. And this is where probably majority of the seed that I ever buy is going to be from Hancock Seed Company. And like I mentioned, it's not buck on the bag type of seed. This is a full-blown legit, company. Like I said, I had super good results with this company. The seed wasn't old. You can see the test dates on the bags. You can call them, ask them questions. There's tons of people there. I personally never talked to these people before, but I know people that have. They talk to them. They're knowledgeable. But just don't buy buck on the bag seed, guys. Stay away from that. It's cheaper when you stay away from that, and you'll get way better results. But make sure, no matter what you do, if you do buy the buck on the bag seed, look at that test date. If it's old seed, 5, 6 months old, 7 months, 8 months, don't buy it. it's old seed. You're going to get less germination out of that seed, and you're going to spend way more money, you know, because when that bag says a half acre, plants a half acre, it's not a lot of seed, guys, and it goes quick. So you want to make sure you have enough seed to cover in that whole area so you don't get bare spots. So that's a tip with seed. I've learned that from the hard way. I won't do it anymore. I won't buy it. It's overpriced. So just stay away from that. The next step or little tip is to stay patient. You're going to have failures. I promise you, you're going to have a failure. And the other thing is too, that I kind of mentioned, I think in the first or second video, is let's say you forget that soil sample. You don't do it. You disc the soil up and you plant. The plants grow. They can still grow in a low pH. The problem with that is they're not palatable. A lot of times people plant a food plot and the deer don't freaking eat it. And you wonder, like, you're scratching your head like, just planted this, but why isn't the deer eating it? And it could be that you planted the wrong type of thing. You know, you don't want to be planting brassicas in the springtime, because brassicas for the fall season. It's a cool season. They're not preferred in the spring. But a lot of people plant brassicas and they say, "Oh, the deer don't eat brassicas." Well, I find that very hard to believe, and I can almost guarantee you it's because that nutrient level in the soil is so poor that plant is just not palatable to them, because they didn't spend the $14 to get a soil sample. So if you take two areas, okay, this area you plant brassicas, no pH test or no soil sample, you don't correct anything. You lose a little fertilizer, but if your pH is so low, it can't use that fertilizer, so that you just wasted your money again. Over here, you plant brassicas. You have a pretty much optimal pH. You fertilize. The plant can utilize that fertilizer NPK because the pH is high. It's not acidic. Which area do you think the deer are going to prefer? They're going to prefer this side because you took the time to soil sample it, to correct the pH. The plants are sweeter, the more palatable. Does all this make sense? So whatever you can do to sweeten that plant up by correcting that soil pH, by adding the lime, the NPK, micronutrients, anything you can do to sweeten that area up, the deer are going to prefer the side that you took the extra step in and getting a $14 soil sample or whatever it is in your area. So that's another reason why people get discouraged with food plots, is because they don't take the time to make it right by getting that soil sample. They have a food plot that's there that grew, but the deer don't eat it because it's not palatable. It's not sweet to them. There's no nutrients in that plant. Deer seek out the most palatable food source in that area. Certain things become more palatable throughout the year, but if you're planting a food plot, take that extra step, guys. I promise you, you'll have good results if you do. And yeah, I'm excited for you guys for 2019. Hopefully this little series helps you guys. If you have questions, post them below. We're going to be putting out tons of videos in the spring and summer with food plots and liming and all that other stuff. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you do click that bell icon, because YouTube's stupid. They don't send out notifications to people, even with the bell icon on. It doesn't go out to everybody. So a lot of people will say, "Oh, I missed your video. I didn't get a notification." Well, that's because you don't have that bell on, or you're not watching the videos. That's just how YouTube works. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'm done rambling on. So if you have any questions, post them below. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys have a good holiday season. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys next time.